Not to worry. I'll take care of that. So as not to jeopardize your little bit of lover's bliss, which depends on deception, like every other kind, I'd better take over the telling of the story myself now. Don't interrupt. At the moment, in order to prevent war between the bodies, I can't even exactly tell their functions. Not even this determination in the man, which I already sense, properly knows its goal yet, but I know it's been looking for a long time, and will find it in what corrupts most easily, the human body. Whoever knows himself will immediately want a bit of the other, but then the others immediately want it too. Incidentally, they're both dead now, the king and his guide and guard, the father of the country policeman, who that day proudly escorted the prancing black coaches from Graz main station. The state visit came from Vienna by rail over the Semmering Pass, across the foreordained Moor Bridge, and then casually flung them into the armory, where already, centuries ago, rich people had handed over their metal clothes for safekeeping. How can one hate life, the son is just thinking, who was left over from his father's table, and turns his face to the mountain wind. High up there, through the attic window of his house, a small trough for animals can be seen, into which soft muzzles dig, whose owners, male and female, will later be shot, many of them, except for the mothers, which at this time of year are still protected by their motherhood. Others are alone. Even animals, often wrongly, seek out the nearness of the other, and the country policeman also likes to be sociable in the public house and does small deals on the side, with watches and jewelry, preferably in the county town, where not so many people know one's face. Therefore, many people regard him as a good mate, who can get you second-hand building tools, along with building materials, more cheaply. Yet if he honestly travels around inside himself, he has to conclude it's so dark in there, one doesn't even know exactly where one is. No wonder that again and again, at intervals of about a month, he has to light himself up a bit through belligerent but not very purposeful, indiscriminate drinking. His colleagues don't see this darkness in their chum. Perhaps they suspect it sometimes, and they don't want to believe their wives, who sense something like that and are strongly attracted by it until they end up in a heap on heat. Whoever only learns about everything from reading should please do so now. Am I mistaken, or was something found here years ago that was never cleared up? What am I forced to look at when I open this old newspaper? A pale face glimmers there beneath the lowest fir twigs, like a little moon. The face has something to tell, but can no longer tell anyone because a heavy hand was laid on the throat. Clothes were pulled down, the features of the face convulsed. Tracks, which might good-naturedly have given the green light, if only they'd been asked, arched up, broke, as the roots of the body, the legs, were tugged and shaken, until enough was enough, until the crumbly earth was loosened. So, now where's the bag with the humor, which we still had with us when we gave information to the police earlier? Where is the humus for the potting? Jeans, into which absolutely nothing seems to fit anymore, come apart at the seams. A skirt flies up, falls down to earth again, from heaven, reluctantly, because not cut out for it, becomes a sack, into which goes the woman's face. Well, and now where will we put the stamp, so that this one, originally with such varied interests, will in future only long for sleep, because she has got to know and learn to reject fundamentally down to the last root fibers of being the opposite of sleep, extreme activity. It sometimes makes the country policeman nervous that the villagers don't really know him at all, although the camouflage